Oh great, it's this book, Royal Holiday, Chapter 3, Silent Night. Voyeur of Lycos Keep has been plunged into complete darkness as a blizzard rages outside. Nobody panic. There's a blizzard outside and we got no power to keep the heat or lights on. Why would we panic? Oh my god! How many hidden weapons are there in this room? No one touch any walls or furniture or anything! It's for Liam, but he's no longer behind you. Hey, Marco, Liam, over here. Where's here? Riley, I'm going to try to walk towards you. Something heavy crashes to the floor. That better not have been valuable. Olivia's voice rings out further away than Liam's. If I could see it, I'd tell you. Walk towards Liam. You take a few cautious steps in what you hope is Liam's direction. Liam? I think we're getting Ugh. Found you. Ah! What was that? I touched something wet. Would rather not know what it was. It was my eye. Get your finger out of my eye. Olivia, do you have any candles and matches in the foyer? Of course, they're on the mantel. Great. Where's the mantel? It was on the left side of the room, right? And which way is... Ugh! Sorry, Liam. Thought you were the fireplace. There's crashing and scuffling all around you. How have none of your eyes adjusted to the dark? Ah, here they are. There's a spark of light as Olivia lights a match and holds it to one of the foyer candles. Their darkness abates as Olivia uses the candle to light several more. That's much better. How long do you think the power will be out, Olivia? This time of the year, Lyco storms can last for days. Well, that puts a damper on our quest for the mythical sword. We're gonna freeze! No, you're not. Nonsense, it's gonna be fun, like a big slumber party. First things first, we need to get out of these wet clothes. We'll worry about the sword once the keep is secure. Make your way back to your room by candlelight and sort through your options. Something wrong? Most of my clothes are super formal. Not quite sure what tonight calls for. Exactly. Take your time. I'm going to see if I can find some more candles. A few minutes later, after Liam leaves, you hear a knock on your door and find Hannah there. Can't decide what to wear? Oh my god, why are all of you obsessed with what I'm wearing? Oh, just trying to find the perfect look for a slumber party / blackout night. How about this? Plus, can you imagine Liam's face when he sees you with it? Right. He just comes bearing outfits, I see. Okay. Liam enters just as you twirl in your new gown. Riley, are you ready to... Well? Hannah, please leave the room. It's the end of No Nut November. Oh. Sorry, I've forgotten whatever it was I was thinking. Then I'll consider this outfit a success. You grin and wink. There's a knock at the others arrive. Everyone ready? Good, it's time. Time for what? To go into the basement. Those were the last words of our brave heroes heard before their frozen corpses were found decades later. Brought Olivia down a set of spiral stone steps and into a cold, forbidding basement. It's freezing down here. Did you just say this was a basement or dungeon? A decent basement can be both. A sudden loud clanging noise comes from the glum. Okay, this place is terrifyingly and definitely haunted. Olivia... What the hell was that? In answer, Olivia strides across the room, lifting her candle to illuminate a large metal cylinder. An old boiler. It was used to warm and keep the keep before electric heating was installed. She lifts her candle and illuminates a large metal cylinder. Is it a haunted boiler? Full of spooky steam. Don't distract the woman with the access to the heat, you two. Under other circumstances, I'd be lighting a traditional fire in the great hearth on Christmas Eve, but this stands a better chance of warming the whole house. Olivia pulls a matchbox from her boot, as well as a folded piece of paper. It seems like overkill to start a pilot line. It's part of tradition. A true Christmas Eve fire should be kindled from last year's regret, burning them away as you leave them behind. So you've got some super duper secret regrets on that paper? Before you ask, I doubt the tradition includes showing them to curious friends. I could use a little more tinder, though. Riley, you fill one out. Hand you a scrap piece of paper, then turns to search with pilot light. You consider your options in the flickering candlelight. I regret. The fact that the holidays are almost over. Nothing. Not packing more layers. What do I regret? I always do this. I have a laundry list of regrets. Sometimes I regret taking care of my brothers. I also regret letting my one true soulmate, or who knows, get in the car and leave, and fatefully die. Those are really only two regrets, one of which is kind of a flip of a coin. I'm a queen. I married the greatest man in the world. I've got no complaints. Hashtag no regrets. I suppose that technically fulfills the requirement. You pile your papers into a dusty slot for the pilot light, and Olivia strikes a match to light them. Flames lick up the paper, and then the pilot light ignites. Yay. We did it! It's a start, but it'll take more than one old heater to ready the keep for a blizzard this fierce. Follow me. He presses a brick in the wall beside the boiler. The wall swings aside to reveal a narrow doorway. Of course there's a secret passage down there. Where does it lead? Probably to the living quarters? You mean the ghosts have direct access to our rooms? Maybe it's so servants have a shortcut to get to the heater? There's a very generous interpretation of my family's architectural priorities, but the passages do have their uses. They lead you to a narrow staircase and then to a corridor leading you to the bathrooms. Bedrooms. I'm thinking of the bathroom, though. Now that we have basic heat, it's time we turn to another tradition, locking the doors and shutters on Christmas Eve. Shouldn't Christmas be about opening your doors, welcoming neighbors, carolers with warmth and cheer? You're wearing a nightgown. Shut up. I assume this tradition was a way to keep out the cold. Actually, it's to secure your home against reindeer-riding conmen who may come to steal your prized possessions. But in blizzards like this, batten down the hatches, so to speak, can serve a dual purpose. We'll also need to eat at some point. I suggest we divide and conquer. I'll head to the kitchen and see what I can get there. I'll find us some hot drinks. And I'll find a way to play some holiday music. No. I will kill you in your sleep. I'm sure that's necessary for survival, or not, but given your skill set, sure, go ahead and try. Riley and I will go secure the windows. I'll be securing my very own room and the Dravakis family rooms. Sure you don't want help? Do you not want us to see inside your bedroom for some reason? Yes, it's called privacy. She slips into her bedroom, and closing the door firmly behind her, you hear a lock slide closed for the extra measure. What do you think she's keeping in there? Anton, for purposes. She's probably hiding the fact that she sleeps on a whole pile of swords. Her bedroom's a frilly pink wonderland. With a picture of frilly, fluffy white cats she's given names to. Like Fluffles or Binky Boo. Can you even imagine? She'd never be able to live that down. You know, she'd murder all of us just for thinking this, right? That's why this stays our secret. Or you just look at her randomly and goes, "Hey, psst, how's Fluffy?" temperature seems to drop another few degrees as you and Liam step inside on one of the many dark bedrooms. Wind howls outside the window, causing the frame to shudder and shake. Oh, it's like an igloo in here, and you're wearing a very silky nightgown, and that's it. I think the igloo was warmer. I don't think the heating made it up this far. There must be a vent or something we need to open. Stay by the door where it's warm and I'll take a look. How very noble of you. You lean against a bedpost and smiles. Liam circles the room, his forehead crinkled in concentration. Aha! I think I found it. He doffs off a metal contraption and twists one of the valves, sending a low rumble and a crackle of heat through the room. And he looks back to you, smiling at him. What's that look for? Just admiring my brave husband in the candlelight. Olivia didn't have us pair up so you could stare at me, you know. Yeah, we're here to batten down the hatches. I can admire my husband and pay attention to Lyco's traditions. You married a champion multitasker. I can see that. Why don't you multitask admiring me and helping me check the locks on these windows? Hey, did you know as they fade in and out as the persons are talking, did you know like Liam and what's his face is they go bald? As you both head for the far side of the room, one of the windows blows open. Ah! Snow swirls furiously inside, drenching both of you. Quick, close those shutters. Side by side, you fight your way closer to the window. Another gust of snow hits you as you reach out into the frozen night. Reach for the window. You take hold of the edge of the window with both hands, the wind battering against it as you struggle to pull it closed. With a growl of effort, you wrestle the window shut just as Liam gets his side closed. You lock the window securely shut. Much for dry clothes. Saw a room with an impressive fireplace down the hall. We could lay out our clothes to dry before we get back to the others. He gently trails a finger down your cold neck. You shiver, and not entirely from the cold. And what would we do while we wait? I'm sure we'll think of something. So, note to self, we bought an outfit, got all wet, now we need to take it off. Really, Pixelberry? Then let's go. Liam leads you to the spare bedroom he mentioned, where he quickly has a fire roaring in the hearth. My hero. You've already been through plenty of cold today. I won't have my queen freezing on me. Liam lets his hands trail down your arms until his fingers intertwine with yours. Gently, he leads you to the fireside. You can't help but admire the way Liam's wet shirt clings to a sculpted chest in the low light. You reach out to run a hand over the cold fabric. Liam, let me undress you. As my queen commands. You pull a sweater up over his head and then busy yourself with his white shirt underneath. Would you like some help with all those buttons? No way. I want to enjoy every second of this. Tease his shirt apart and plant a soft kiss on his exposed throat. A soft sigh escapes him. It makes two of us. Continue down, bestowing a kiss for every button you undo, until finally you reach his belly button. Liam shrugs his shirt off and throws it aside as you unbuckle his belt and pull his pants slowly down to his feet. You reach up and take his hands, pulling him gently down to kneel with you on the soft rug. Can I take care of you now? Please do. He makes quick work of your clothes, leaving them in a tangled pile by the fire. Liam draws you close, running his hands down your bare skin. Your skin feels like ice. Pretty sure that's normal after being half buried in the snow. Then how can I fix it? Fireside massage would warm me right up. Be my big spoon. Good idea. It'll encourage circulation. Oh, that's not the only benefit. Grins, eyes flashing in amusement. You know, I'll take any excuse to touch you. You never need an excuse. Let Liam guide you to sit between his legs. A moment later, his wide hands settle on your shoulders, kneading lightly. Is this good? Perfect. He sighs his hands work down your back, shivering from the heat of his hands and the strength of his fingertips. He blazes a slow and passionate trail of kisses up your neck, his arms wrapping around you from behind. Riley. You turn your head, capturing his lips with your own. You sigh against him, heart beating as he teases his tongue against yours. The chill of the night is temporarily forgotten as you let his kiss deepen and deepen. Take me. Oh. Your breath catches as his fingers lightly skim the insides of your thighs. I want you to use your mouth. Grins, kissing his way down your body, his lips brush softly between your legs. Like this. You arch impatiently against him in answer. He takes hold of the back of your thighs, his tongue hot against you. Ah. Moan, bury your hands in his hair, your heart races as he uses all of his talents to bring you to the brink of pleasure. Breathless, you pull Liam back up to face you. I need you. Now. Presses himself urgently against you. Anything you want, Riley. Name it. I want to see you. He eagerly lowers himself against you, sending a wave of pleasure up your spine. You hook your legs around his waist, drawing him as close as humanly possible. He buries his head in your chest and moans, rocking his hips against you. Oh, Riley. You move your arms around him, moving against him until both find a feverish rhythm. Fire courses through you as Liam's lips move across your chest, the passion building and building. You rock your legs and roll Liam over, landing astride him. You find his hands and pin them against the rug as you move with him. Riley, arch your back as the fire burns brightest. A few blissful minutes later, you lie in Liam's arms beneath a heavy blanket. The fire crackles beside you. Feeling better? I'm struggling to remember what being cold even feels like. Good. You study his face, his angles sharpened by the flickering light, but his eyes are soft and adoring. What are you thinking about? You, how handsome you are. And how you make me feel so loved. His arms tighten around you. Good. As your husband, I consider making you feel loved to be my most important duty. You touch his face, your heart full of love. I hope that doesn't take precedence over your actual job. You know, running a country? Haha, you take precedence over everything, Riley. You always will. You cuddle closer, ignoring the blizzard that continues to rage outside. Your eyes grow heavy from the weight of the blanket and the warmth of the fire, the steady beating of Liam's heart. Eventually, your eyes flicker open, the fire still burning, but it's sunk noticeably lower in the hearth. Did I fall asleep? I think we both did. Then I guess it's time we found the others. At least the nap gave our clothes time to dry, and it gave me time to keep you warm. You warmed up with Liam. I was especially into the last part. You take your time helping the others get dressed. Helping each other, excuse me. Exchanging a final lingering kiss and head out into the corridor. Where I'm sure no one has missed us. And find it empty and silent. Hello, Olivia, Maxwell. You hold your candle up and peek inside the bedrooms. They're all toasty and warm, fires crackling in the hearth. I guess they finished before we did. But shh, we did take longer than expected. The sound of laughter comes from down the hall. I have one idea where they are. In the foyer, you find a fire warming in the hearth, golden light glinting off the painting frames and weapons decorating the walls. Your friends sit around it, wrapped tight in blankets. Olivia has an enormous book open in her lap. This is so cozy, and much more brighter. Olivia said this was the safest part of the keep, with the family vaults and repairs, and we decided not to argue. Are we worried this keep's gonna fall in on us? Not particularly, but As the saying goes, fight for victory, but prepare for the utter annihilation of all you hold dear. That makes sense for Providence, where blizzards are basically another Tuesday. At least this room retains heat well. You draw one of the blankets around yourself and take a seat beside Olivia. Old tome. Olivia, is that Maxwell's latest bestseller? Does that have anything to do with the missing sword? Let me guess, that book is actually full of knives. Missing sword. I had hoped for nothing useful so far. She passes the book to you, it lands heavily on your lap, its pages open to an illustration. There's an illustration of the Flame of Lycos, the ancient sword used to invite the people of Lycos to every Christmas feast ever held. But it doesn't match any of the swords in the armory. I've already looked. Could it be hidden somewhere in the keep? Almost certainly. The sword is priceless. It wouldn't just be hanging on the wall. So... let's start looking. It's no use. It would take days to search the keep thoroughly at the best of times, and we're armed with nothing but candles. Besides, there are passages and hiding places that even I don't know about. So, you're giving up? It was foolish of me to think I could earn the people's trust so soon after Lucretia and Anton dragged my name through the mud. Perhaps if I'm lucky, I'll find the sword in time for next year. She takes the book back with a sigh. Well, this is a sad, spiky way to spend Christmas Eve. Only if we sit around here pining about after long-lost swords, there has to be a better way to pass the time. Riley's right. We may not have the sword, but we're still safe and warm in the middle of a blizzard. That's worth celebrating. There are a few Lycos songs and games I could teach you. They're quite cheery. I used to play them on a Christmas Eve when I was a girl. Do these games involve weapons? Why are you so afraid of weapons? What sort of question is that? That was a yes. I'm always up for experiencing more local traditions, and I'm guessing Maxwell... So into this idea! It would certainly help pass the time. What do you say, Riley? Oh, I know. If we're going to be struck down here until the power comes back, we might as well make it fun. Tell us more about these Lycos songs, Olivia. Are they festive? In a way, we sing them around the townland tree to commemorate the passing of another year. Huh, we sang carols in the capital, too. She clears her throat and begins to sing in a clear voice. Sing we now our tales of glory, our enemies crushed beneath our feet. We sang very different carols. How, unique. We call them blood hymns. No, you don't, do you? Actually, they do. Olivia, please continue. As you wish. Should we be encouraging this? Yes, because Olivia's singing carols about crushing her enemies, which is pretty much the most Lycos Christmas tradition ever. And I'm including the Talon Tree. Leo sang a Lycos carol for the Swedish ambassador when he was 12. I've never seen an adult so terrified of a little boy. Which one did he sing? Drape the square in ribbons red? A fine choice. Sweetness too soft. How does that one go? The battle is won, our foes have fled, the banners bloodied like the ribbons red. Olivia looks to Liam expectantly, he sighs and begins to sing. Fetch them down and while the children are abed, let us drape the square in ribbons red. Amazing. Just when I've stopped being afraid of Lycos. How about another? Your skull is a wine cup ripe for the taking. My love for you is a weakness I must smite. Silent Night. Oh, you sing Silent Night? We move as one our blades a deadly shadow on the silent night. Maybe we should just move on to those games you talked about? You're all cowards. Let us sing. Olivia takes 2 blunted practice swords from a rack on the wall and hands one to you. Okay. We call this game preparing for a jolly intruder. Riley will be our stoic child on Christmas morning. Now we need a Santa. Olivia, what do children in Lycos think Santa actually does? Nothing, of course. Every child of Lycos is practical enough to cease believing in rotund magical men at the age of 5. Babies, however, believe he's a cheerful con man out to steal their hard-earned gifts and baked goods. Every time I think I understand your duchy, you prove me wrong. Every kingdom needs its traditions. Riley, hurry up and choose your Santa. Liam, I guess? I challenge the jolly King Liam. A bold choice. Here's Liam the other sword. He takes it with a practiced flourish. You know what they say about coming for the king, don't you, Riley? Oh, I'm aware. We did that earlier. But do you know what they say about the queen? I don't. You're about to find out. Now fight. Santa lunges at you. You recoil, just managing to avoid the blunt edge of the sword. Liam. Sorry, Riley, instinct. Did you forget the part where he spent his entire childhood learning how to defend himself? No, but I was banking on him being a gentleman. A gentleman respects a lady enough to treat her as an equal. On guard. Are we going to talk or are we going to fight? Fight! In a safe and fun way? You and Liam circle each other, eyes locked and swords held at the ready. He grips his hilt and swings the sword in a long overhead arc. Lock. You grip the hilt of your sword. Both your hands bring it firmly in front of you, flat side out. Your opponent's blade crashes onto it, and you twist around to land a strike in retaliation. Excellently done, Riley. That's a point. Eat steel, Santa. I was just warming up. Liam steps back, adjusting his stance, and you spot an opening. I should lunge. Lunge forward, thrusting your dull sword out to touch Santa's lightly on his chest. Right in the heart. A bold move. It's like something out of a blood hymn. Point to Riley. The sound of ringing steel fills the room as the holiday duel rages on. You grit your teeth, feet edging backward as you block and parry. Careful, Venti, you don't want to get stuck on the defensive. I can't watch! Finish her off, Liam. Liam grins at you as your blades struggle against each other, his strength inching them both closer and closer to you. Do you concede? You can do it, Riley! Use his weight against him! Aim for Liam's sword, Liam's leg. Without warning, you duck out of the way and sweep your leg down. Whoa! Liam stumbles to the ground. When he looks up, you have your sword ready at his throat. Point. Indeed. Liam grabs a sword and is back on his feet in an instant. You don't wait for the next strike to come. Instead, you lunge forward, placing the tip of your blade against Santa's ribcage. And point. You twirl effortlessly and tap the sword again. And another point, and... Santa knows when he's beaten. Well fought, Riley. Another glorious win for Lycos. You played Lycos games with your friends. I think you mean Valtoria. Maybe next we should just play something where we all get a weapon. Yes, give me a sword, or a halberd, or axe, or maybe something blunter than that. Very well, I know of an activity that's safe and where we all can be armed. I'm a mannequin we can throw some daggers at. What's that tradition called? Fun. She leads you to a cupboard and opens it. That's where you're storing your daggers? Yes, it's very convenient. Plus I have particular daggers I like to use. She suddenly stops looking and frowns, her eyes unfocused and far away. My old dagger, it isn't here. Okay. What's so special about this one? My father gave it to me. The one with the rubies? Yes. I cherish that dagger so much that when I spilled juice on one of my mother's dresses, she confiscated it and held it as punishment. Harsh. That's not the point. My parents didn't trust anyone. If they didn't want something found, they hid it in their wing of the keep. No one was ever allowed in there. Even the staff there was limited to servants my parents had known for decades. So if your family didn't want anyone bringing an old tradition back that involved warming hearts instead of stabbing them, it could be hidden in my parents' old wing. Well, it sounds like a solid lead to me. Let's find that sword. You and the others follow Olivia through the dark keep. She stops outside of a pair of heavy doors, her hands resting on the knobs. Are you alright, Olivia? I haven't been inside my parents' wing of the keep since they died. Olivia? I know it's hard, but you can do this. Can I? I used to think I knew my parents. I used to be so proud to be their daughter. Now I feel like the people who lived on the outside of this door were total strangers. They weren't complete strangers, Olivia. They loved you. That, at least, was always true. You put a hand on Olivia's shoulder. She glances at you, but doesn't shrug it off. You don't have to do this alone. We're right behind you, no matter what we see in there. That's what friends are for. Olivia straightens, sets her jaw, and nods. The door creaks long and loud as it swings open. A long corridor waits on the other side, the dark, thick, and dusty. Olivia leads the way with a candle, her other hand resting on what you assume is a hilt of a knife. This is a lot of dust. Where are we going? The bedroom? No, I remember seeing something when I was young, something I wasn't supposed to see. Olivia squints up into the gloom as she walks the halls, searching for something. Look at all these portraits! Maxwell raises his candle to illuminate a row of oil paintings lining the corridor. Their subjects look back at you, every one of them beautiful and stern. The last few depict a handsome couple, and there are several of a familiar red-haired young girl. Sad painting, the happy painting. Sad painting. A younger Olivia stands alone. In the foyer, the Lycos keep, framed by the grand doors of the entrance. She holds a sword in one of her small hands, and her expression is fierce, but there's a glitter of tears in her eyes. What happened in this one? You look so devastated. That was my first official portrait as Duchess Olivia, shortly after my parents died. I remember how much I missed them, how long I grieved. But I think it hurt even worse when I learned of their betrayal, first of Cordonia, then of me. She traces her finger lightly over the dusty paint, and wipes her hand, and turns away sniffing sharply. Let's keep moving. A sudden low moan comes from somewhere inside the wing. What was that? There isn't time for pranks, Maxwell. Look at me, I was over here. You hear the moan again, followed by a faint banging. I don't think that's a prank. We don't have time for this. He marches around the corner and cries out, Ah! Everyone, we have to help Olivia, save yourselves. I have to. I have to do it because of Maxwell. Save yourselves! You cower, Vine Liam. He turns to look at you bemused. My brave wife. Please don't judge me for this. Olivia, are you okay? Oh, come on! That was Maxwell, not the first to run. This is backfired in my face. I'm fine. There's a broken window letting the wind and God knows what else in. Just watch yourself when you come across. Liam takes your hand. Come on. Together you struggle against the blast of cold air thundering down the corridor. It dies down as soon as you join Olivia down a side corridor. There we are. Olivia pulls a wall sconce covered in spider webs. A moment later, a panel slides aside and a ladder extends down. She hitches her skirt and starts climbing. And Alec? Why is everything in this place so cold and it's so creepy? One by one, you pull yourselves up after Olivia and step into the small, dark chamber lit only by the candles you carry. There are boxes upon boxes of books and dusty covered jewels and golden crowns and racks of weapons. Olivia's already examining them. Why would your parents keep weapons all the way up here? To protect them, or in this case, to forget them. You join her at one of the racks and look through the cobweb-strewn blades. Even through the decades of dust, one of them glitters in the candlelight. Could it be... oh, the old sword? Olivia, is that... the flame of Lycos? Yeah. You found the sword. Can you use it to inspire Olivia's people and save Christmas? Find out next chapter. That being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below. Links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Please consider hitting that bell to receive notifications, as well as hitting that join button to join Locum's Locos and be part of a great community. And it's a great way of supporting the channel as well. And without further ado, thank you all for watching. It's been awesome. And sorry about being late today. I just really was under the weather. I posted on both Discord as well as our Twitter. But, you know, just in case people don't pay attention to that. And without further ado, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.